think it's interesting that you say Devin Haney because I was thinking about this. There's something, and I think he's really talented. Don't get me wrong. There's something about his style for me that there's still something missing. I'm not sure what it is, but like against Gamboa, you're so dominant. You're winning every single round, and for some reason, this is flat. And it was like the same thing with the fight before, where it's like it's obvious that you're talented. It's obvious that you're better than this guy, and that you're winning every round, and it's still flat. So for me, I was like, maybe with Tank can capitalize on some of that. Maybe it's that he's not sitting down on his shots enough. I'm not really sure, but I think that Haney, which is actually interesting, I think he still needs to build. And I think this fight he just signed with Linares is a really good
Great fight
on that. It's a really good stage on that. What do you think about that matchup?
That's a great fight, man. I'm a big Jorge Linares fan.
Me too.
And Linares has that great speed. He has good power. He has great boxing skills, but he has that weak chin. So he's always going to be, in trouble in a fight. And Devin is going to be a real test for him, how he's going to handle the speed, how he's going to handle, a guy that could punch really well, But I think Devin has the boxing skill. Devin is a special type of fighter that I put him in the category of a Floyd, of a Pernell Whitaker, and an Andre Ward. Really? I think he's that type of caliber fighter that he's not exciting, Because if you look at Pernell, if you look at Floyd, and you look at Andre Ward, those guys wasn't exciting fighters, but they were so good and they were so dominant that they didn't get knockouts all the time. They just basically won almost every round against you. You know what I mean?
But I think the only difference where I think he still has to make that jump is those guys made it look easy. Even if it was like not the most entertaining, they made it look easy. Like when Rigondeaux was doing his Rigondeaux thing, he's making it look easy. He's not really sweating too much for it. Whereas with Haney, there's moments where he gets caught or he's just not switched on. And I think if he can make that leap, I think he handles all of them. But if he's still in that phase in his development, I don't know if he has the power and just the brutal style to come forward and take it to Linares, which I think it'll be interesting because I think like you said, Linares has got great speed. He's got really great ability, but you never know where this is at. So unless Haney can catch him, which he will at some point, but if he can't catch him and really rock him, I could see a world where Linares really gives him some problems and makes it hard for him to sit down on his shots,
He's definitely going to test him, and I see this fight going 12 rounds easily. Going 12. Yeah, I don't see a knockout. Haney's not a knockout fighter. He has decent power, but like you said, he doesn't press. He's not a pressure guy. He's a finesse guy. He goes in there and he throws you the off speed. He throws you the jab. He works the body. He's a good technician, and he's going to go in there. He's going to be tested. He's going to get hit. He's going to return fire. It's going to make it very interesting. A lot of critics are going to jump all over him because they're going to say he didn't finish Linares the way Lomachenko finished Linares. No, Linares got hit with a body shot, and he was out. And that happens. Those are those type of body shots like you saw Bernard Hopkins hit Oscar De La Hoya, like you saw Roy Jones knock out Virgil Hill. You know what I mean? That type of body shot. When you get hit with that type of body shot, you're not getting up. You know, so Lomachenko, he got away with that one, you know what I'm saying? Because he was able to time it perfectly and he hurt him and it was over. You know what I mean? But other than that, I see Haney going the distance with him and I see him winning a decision. It might be a good decision, majority type decision, but Linares is definitely going to show a lot in that fight for us to really gauge and see where Haney is at. But I think Haney's going to pass the test.
I think it's possible, and I think that it's at least going to give us a better idea of if Haney is going to box real technical with him. We're going to get to see just how good at that he is because Linares is good at that. If he's going to march forward and try to stop him and he does it, then it's like if he needs to get it done like that, he can. I think it's going to be a really great test for him.
If he stops Linares, a lot of people are going to say Linares was washed up. Linares was old. he got knocked out by, Pablo Cano and everything. But, that was at 140 pounds where he had no business being up there, and he got caught. They're just going to say that he's past his prime. He's not going to get credit if he knocks him out. It's a no-win fight for him, really.
I guess maybe he gets credit for it he gets more credit for it, I think, if it's not a one punch, if it's like an accumulation, and it's cuts or whatever. I think he gets more credit for just overwhelming him stylistically. I think if he catches him, people are going to go, I guess that's always possible when you fight this guy.